Oh, and it's lovely just to have a nice to goodness carol well sung. Now, it's a dead cert that the winner of the X Factor will top the Christmas charts this year, but with a song that has nothing to do with the festive season. They just don't make them like they used to.
You were pretty queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they held out for more. Sinatra was swinging, all the drunk folk were singing. We kissed on a corner, then danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Go Away Babe, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day.
Ah, an old favourite there, and here to discuss the nation's best and worst Christmas songs, John Gaunt, Ulrika Johnson and Alan Jones. Ulrika, we'll let him get his breath back first. I'm sure he's got...
He's an old man. Yeah. I didn't realise you were so old. Are you really 36?
You've let yourself go as well. I am 36.
Are you?
Yeah. You thought I was 14.
I always think of you as, yes, like my little sister. Brother.
It gets better with everyone, doesn't it?
Came today.
I think it's her state of body that's doing it all, you know. She'll be all right when she's had a nice green apple and a salty kipper. Be all right. John, let me come to you, because she's clearly out of it completely. Favourite Christmas song?
It's got to be Slade, hasn't it? It's
Thanks
got to be. No, I mean, I do like your song. I never realised you didn't sing it on the film, so that was quite... And I don't think you look that old.
Thank you very much.
But no, it's got to be... You certainly don't look as old as Noddy Holder. No, I love Slade. I mean, because what I like about those 70s ones, whether it's Slade or Wizard or Mud, they actually had a bit of fun with it as well, and I think that's very important at Christmas, that kind of innocence, which I think it's a shame now that X Factor will go straight to #1 and it won't be Christmassy, in my opinion.
We don't seem to get as many. I mean, Cliff brings out a Christmas one, you know. You've got stuff that is suitable for Christmas. We don't seem to get that kind of array of Christmassy singles that we used to get, do we?
I think it should be an unwritten rule that the winner of X Factor should have to do a Christmas song as a single. So, something like a Nat King Cole number or something like that, instead of, I think the year I did Walking in the Air, it didn't get to #1, it got to #5 in one chart, #2 in the other. And that was the beginning of the turnaround, if you like, because Pet Shop Boys were #1 with West End Girls. Well, where's Christmas in that, you know?
Well,
no, not that I'm bitter. You've got a point.
I mean, I didn't even really think that people still had #1s. That's how old I am. Well, I know the X Factor thing, but it's not like before, like you said. And I like the Pogues very much because there's a sort of telling of a story. There's a bit of... It feels very Christmassy, and it sounds Christmassy.
It does sound Christmassy.
The only objection, obviously, that one has is the fact that Slade starts to be played in department stores in September, and it sort of starts to grate on you. But I do love it because it's just...
You've obviously never released a record. No, because Alan thinks that's fine.
It should be in May.
Alan's favourite song is Kerching. Still start going in September. But that's it. We come back to the old thing of marketing, don't we? It's not really, let's not be sentimental, it's what people think they make a lot of money out of, isn't it, John?
But I'm with Ulrika, though, because when I was a kid, I used to look forward to Christmas Day, of course, Christmas Day, but also Top of the Pops on Christmas Day. Yeah. You'd find out who was going to be Christmas #1.
Exciting.
Now, no one cares, really, because they take it for granted that it's going to be Simon Cowell's Mate.
Yeah. I tell you, I do love at Christmas, though, getting those compilation CDs. You can still get them. And I love the Spy Girls doing Sleigh Ride thing, ding, 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 ding. And I keep listening and thinking, I shouldn't be enjoying listening to the Spice Girls singing this, but I do.
But I always put Frank Sinatra and his duets on, and that, which isn't Christmassy necessarily, but that just makes me feel very. And I like the old traditional. I like the Bing and I well up and you know.
I think you've got to have those songs, haven't you? When the turkey's cooking, and the smell of the turkey cooking when you wake up, and you've got to have things like The Great Escape on the TV. You've got to argue. You've got to have the Radio Times.
What is it with men and The Great Escape?
No, I mean,
is there some kind of Freudian thing there? I want to get out of here.
that is the British Christmas, isn't it? And long may it continue that these things happen. Because often now, with TV being so fragmented, you don't watch TV together. And Christmas Day is probably the only day where you still do that, and then you might play a game in the afternoon. And I think these things are important, personally.
He's forgotten the snooze as well.
Oh, yeah, we talked about the fight earlier. We were saying in Sweden, what time does, is the fight, it's the row? Because,
the Swedes don't fight, they're very neutral.
Well, you're probably... I was wondering about your presents. Do they all come flat pack?
time working that one out, weren't you, there? It must be a bit like Coles to Newcastle, though, for you, Aled. I mean, can you cope with carols being played in the house over Christmas when you've been singing them for the... Oh,
I really, really love carols, because they only come once a year, you know what I mean? And also, with carols, it doesn't start in November or October. You know, it's very much a kind of December thing. So, no, I love them.
The worst thing about carols now is they come to your door, though, but they don't sing the whole tune. You open the door,
They don't know the
and they
words.
stop. They don't know the words. You're absolutely right.
We hardly get any, but I love carols. My grandfather, my paternal grandfather, was in this Swedish National Opera, so I was brought up with classical music as a child. So, albeit Swedish Christmas carols and much more classical music. And it always makes me desperately emotional. It really touches something in there, and I think that's a great thing.
I love the Coventry Carol. I mean, I'm from Coventry, but I do love the Coventry Carol because it has such memories for me. The Coventry Mystery Plays in the Belgrade, at the Belgrade Theatre in Coventry. They do it in the ruins of the Coventry Cathedral in the summer. But there's this bit where the two women walk down the nave of the, you know, the cathedral with the bombed-out windows and the spotlights are on them. It always seems to be raining, and they sing the Coventry Carol after Herod slaughtered all the children. And you just remember that, and it's just so emotional. And I love that carol. And there's some great carols, you know.
It's like Once in Royal David City, you know, the choir boy, 9 lessons and carols from Kings.
Yes,
you know,
I remember doing that when I was about 12, doing that treble. I've never been so nervous in all my life.
And then a panto. You've got to have a panto as well, haven't you?
That's
Preferably not immediately after Once in Royal David City. OK, you've mentioned the Coventry Carol, you've mentioned Slade. You're allowed one each now, one Christmas song. It doesn't have to be a carol, it can be a song. One Christmas song. What's the all-time best one, John?
Well, it's so hard, isn't it? Because there's so many different sorts. But I love O Come All Ye Faithful. I love that. So anything like that, really. But I'm a sucker for Christmas, so you can have any of them for me. I hate Band-Aid, anything by Cliff Richard and Paul McCartney. No. Give up, love. Give up on the Christmas songs. We don't want it. But I would love to see X Factor. I think it's a brilliant idea from Alan.
Do a Christmas
song. Let the
song.
X Factor do a Christmas song.
OK.
It would probably be a Swedish one, which would mean nothing to...
No, absolutely right. Alice?
I would say, if it was a classical one, I'd say In the Bleak Midwinter.
Yeah. Christina Rossetti's words.
Yes, lovely. And otherwise, it would be the Pogues. I love that one as well. Fairy Tale of New York.
So we've played everybody's favourite tune. Thank you very much to John, Ulrika and Aled. Still to come, Brian Turner cooks up the Queen's favourite Christmas treat, or what we hope is, and I bet you never knew I was grade 8 on this. See what Rolf Harris thinks of my musical prowess next. See you in a mo.